this is Mike from the Mike James Rock Show, and this is Rachel from Skid Row. How's it going, chap?
It's going very well, man. We're still in the UK, having a great time, man.
And it's been a huge tour as well. You've been here for, what, a couple of weeks almost?
Yeah, it's going on, I think the whole time between the UK and Ireland, it's going to be about 18 days, 18 or 19 days.
And then you're off to Europe as well?
Yeah, then we go into Europe. We don't get home until, I think our last show is December 2nd. So then we head home. And
wow. So you still got, what, about 6 weeks to go, man?
Yeah, and then we go to South America for a few days, and then into Texas for a few days, and then that's it. It takes us right up to Christmas, and then we go back into the studio in January.
Cool. Is that to record Chapter 2?
Chapter 2, yeah. United World Rebellion Chapter 2. We Are the Damned, and it's, yeah, we're looking forward to it, man.
So is each chapter going to be sort of themed?
Yeah, it is themed. A lot of people ask if it's a concept, but it's not really. It's just a theme. We've always been a band to take the stance on standing up for yourself and for what you believe in. And that's kind of what this is all about, all encompassed into these 3 mini albums. That'll be one big body of work with extras, lots of extras at the end of a 2-year period.
You've got a box set already out, so which people can
connect
it over.
Overseas here, you could buy the box, and it fits all 3 EPs into it, or mini albums.
So have you already started working on the
Yes, it's almost all written, and we've done demos for it. And end of January, we're going to go in the studio and record it for real.
And then back out on the road for the summer.
Back out on the road. That was the whole idea behind the 3 mini albums, is to keep putting out new music and just keep touring.
I guess with like a lot of bands, they'll go off and write 12-track albums or something, and they disappear for so long. Yeah,
that's what we were kind of conditioned to do, and it's a different business nowadays, and it's a different economy, so it makes it a lot easier for a Skid Row fan to go and throw down, £7 for a mini album than, the £15 for the whole thing. And it keeps us busy, and it keeps us, keeps the music fresh.
Keeps it relevant.
Yes,
keeps it in the mind for everyone.
Exactly.
Saying, if you're away for writing a whole album, you're out of people's minds, and people move on to the next thing.
Exactly.
So will there be plans to come back to Europe next year for festival season? Or
something? Oh yeah. We got a bunch of other stuff, a lot of the other festivals that we plan to be on. So we're psyched, man.
That's cool.
Not bad for a bunch of old guys.
No, it's good, man. I was going to mention, as a name and a band, you've been around for 20 plus years.
Oh yeah. I mean, Steak and I put the band together in '86, and our first album. Well, we recorded the first album in '88. So there's a lot of people at our shows that weren't even born then. Weren't born yet. So it's a cool thing, and it's very humbling to go to shows and see people that weren't even around when our first record came out, and to see maybe their parents or their older brothers and sisters at the show, which happened to me because I'm the 4th out of 4 kids. So my brother turned me on to Jimi Hendrix and Chicago, and my sister was into the whole British invasion, my oldest sister. And then my sister that's closest to me in age was into a bunch of folk singers. So there's always music around my house. So I guess this is what's happening, and we're lucky enough to be involved in that.
Do you find there is a age gap to go with it, because you're away for some time, and then you've got a new wave of fans, because I was over doing the Colts played here a few weeks back, and there was predominantly an older generation, and all of a sudden you look around, it's like there's actually quite a lot of kids here as well. It's wild. We've been touring. Our last release before Chapter 1 was 7 years prior to that. But we toured constantly, and that's kind of what was the delay in doing this. We just sat down one day and we were like, man, when was the last time we put out any new music? And it kind of hit us, because we do, 100 shows a year and just keep going and going and going. And, it was good to make new music, and like you said, we're transcending the generations, which is... That's cool.
We're really lucky. We're really fortunate to be able to do that.
What's your favourite track to play live?
Oh man, that's hard. That's like asking what your favorite kid is. I
Or which is your favorite kid?
Hopefully I don't have any. Let's see, my favorite track. I love playing Youth Gone Wild. Kings of Demolition off United World Rebellion. Thank you very much. That's one of my new favorites. Quicksand Jesus, Piece of Me. I got a bunch, when you watch the set list and you like them all, and then there's that one that you just get to that section of the set and just let loose. And Kings of Demolition is definitely one of those. You could see it in all the guys. Everyone's just like digging in and going for it.
it gives you new vigor then, I guess, and like excitement.
Yeah, man, it's like
play new stuff as well as the old.
Yeah, absolutely. And the cool part is when we write a song, whoever writes it, Snake and I write the bulk of the songs, but it's not a Skid Row song until Scotty, Rob, and Johnny put their feel into it, you know.
Yeah.
And so we kind of bring in the framework to it, and you could always tell if everyone's going to dig it or not, and that's how we judge what's going to go on the record, because we feel that if we're going to like what we're playing, then our listeners are going to dig what we play. And so far, so good. You know?
Cool, man. You've released a lyric video recently as well for This Is Killing Me. Who came up with the concept for the actual video itself?
That was me. I just sat home one day, and the record company asked for a lyric video, so I just got on Final Cut and started putting stuff together, and I was like, oh, this could be kind of weird, you know, and I played it for the guys, and they're like, cool, and, you know, made little comments. We did just like writing a song, you know.
Yeah.
And we put it together, and I was pretty happy with it, man. And it seems, it came out pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Right on, thanks.
You've been around the UK for the last couple of weeks. Have you come across any British bands that are standing out for you and go, hey man, you should check these out when you go back home?
We haven't. We've been playing so much, we haven't really got out that much.
Fair
you know,
enough.
we have a band with us. They're from Australia. They're called Dead City Ruins, and they kick ass. They're really good. So that's between Skid Row, Ugly Kid Joe, and Dead City Ruins. That's the only bands I've seen this whole time, because we've had very few days off. But we have a day off in London after the show, so I plan on getting out and seeing some bands.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
What tracks are you listening to in the tour bus as you rattle around the UK?
Man, we've been listening to a lot of AC/DC. Lots and lots of AC/DC, man. For everything from the first up to Black Ice, you know, Brian and Bon eras, and yeah, I don't know why. Everyone's just been putting it in, so it's been really cool, you know, and just cranking it before the show and cranking it after the show. It's pretty cool.
Is it part of your pre-show ritual then, a bit of AC/DC?
It's become, you know, it's definitely become that way, but it was not on purpose. I just cranked up Back in Black one day, and then we got off stage, and Rob put in, I think, Highway to Hell. And the next day, somebody had Black Ice on there, and for those about to, I just kept going around, so we're like, cool, AC/DC themed tour, you know.
That's cool.
Hell yeah, man.
Well, it's been a great pleasure chatting to you, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Enjoy the show tonight.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be fun.
And hopefully we'll catch up with you at a festival next year.
Good deal, man.
Cool.
Pleasure.
Thanks very much, man.
You got it.
Sweet.